What's up guys, DuArktik here with another Marvel Strike Force video, and in this video we are back to talk about the Deathseed. A few videos ago we took a look at the Deathseed in the context of raids, and this team performs amazingly with Rogue or with Omega Red on Doom 3 difficulty 4. Without Archangel, yes, even without Archangel, this team performs very well. So, now that we already took a look at raids, why not take a look at Alliance Wars and see what the Deathseed is capable of doing without Archangel? Because we are not going to have Archangel for at least 2 or 3 weeks, or even more than that. We have to wait and see. But I'm going to show you the results, and I'm going to be honest, like, do we even need Archangel? Because the Deathseed team, with Magneto especially, and also with Psylocke, it gives huge viability to multiple characters. We can use other Brotherhood characters with this team, we can use characters like Namor, like Zemo. The fact that you have such a powerful team with just 4 characters and that you can plug and play one additional character and it can completely change how this team works is just beyond amazing, and I really like this additional flexibility. Maybe in the future we will be able to break the Deathseed team into very powerful teams, one with Archangel and Psylocke, other one with Magneto and Dark Beast. This is something that we are going to take a look in the future, but for now let's take a look at these 4 characters in action and see what they are able to do in Alliance Wars. So as always, if you like the information on this video, make sure you share it with your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you are new to my channel, make sure you subscribe for more Marvel Strike Force content, and make sure you smash that like button. Okay, so before we take a look at some of these matchups, let's take a look at some of the plug and play characters that I used. This was a massive, really massive 8 hours maybe testing of this team in Alliance Wars, and we had some very interesting combinations. So depending on the matches, you want to plug and play Namor, you can plug and play the Blob, you can plug and play Pyro. It also depends how big your characters are and so on. So this is why I like this team so much without Archangel. It's because it's so dynamic. Changing one character is going to completely change the output of this team and allow them to counter very strong teams in Alliance Wars. This is a raid team. We need to keep in mind, this is a raid team. And this team has some problems, and some of those problems Archangel is not going to fix them. This team does not have a stun, this team does not have trauma outside of raids, and unfortunately Archangel, for all the things that he can do, is not able to provide those things. So we need to take a look at characters that complement those specific situations, and the fact that we don't have those stuns and the traumas and so on. Okay, so some of the combinations I liked, it was Namor. You can also use Zombie Iron Man by himself here, and it's gonna be very interesting as well. Depends on the gear, of course. Then the Blob, Pyro, Toad, those were all useful options. X-23, she's also very strong on this team. Then we could also use Cable for the turn rewind, that was also interesting. Graviton, oh my effing god, Graviton is so good on this team. You guys cannot imagine how good Graviton is. Unfortunately, we don't have any reason to gear him up, but holy shit, it was so good. It was so good. Applying the disrupts constantly, applying the extending the negative effects, turn rewinding the enemies, the stun on turn 1, oh my effing god, this guy is so good on this team. Misty Knight, of course Misty Knight is going to be on defense, but it was just something I was testing out. If we have a stun on turn 1, if it would allow us to counter certain teams, it definitely worked out. So Misty Knight was also very interesting. Star-Lord T'Challa, Silver Surfer, also another option. Guys, like I'm telling you, this team just has 4 characters. together with the other plug-and-play characters, it's so powerful. Then I tried the Zemo. I didn't try Winter Soldier, it was just too much. Just the other characters, it was like hours and hours of testing. Mystique, oh my effing god, Mystique is also so good on this team. In case you are using Dr. Octopus with your Marauders, some people are doing that. Dr. Octopus with Marauders and Mystique is out, so you could use Mystique on this team, very very strong as well. And then the other characters, that's pretty much it. These are other additional teams that I was testing out. Juggernaut I didn't try, the Red Skull I didn't try, Winter Soldier I didn't try, and that's it. That's pretty much it. And Coulson I also didn't try. So everything else I tried, it was massive testing. I could do a lot more, but I got the results I wanted, and that's it. So with this in mind, let's take a look at the Deathseed without Archangel in action and see why sometimes having a 4-man team is better than having a 5-man team. So here we go. Okay, for the first match we'll have Wakanda on defense. This is not very common, but sometimes it shows up, and the same goes for War Dogs. Whether the enemies have full Wakanda or whether they have War Dogs or whether they have a hybrid, it doesn't matter. The Deathseed completely destroys them. Now I really like Pyro on this specific situation because you can see all those attacks, even with blinds, if they go around the Pyro, is going to get additional turn meter, and that's going to be great. So now the Wakanda, they are full of buffs and so on. Pyro is going to remove all of that. It's just great. Pyro gets additional health and additional focus from Magneto. It's going to be very very strong. So look at that, everything got removed, and this is a character that is like 1 gazillion years old, and he did massive. Now even that Pyro died, it doesn't matter, he did all that he needed. He removed all the positive effects from the Wakanda, and now the Deathseed is going to destroy them. Now you could also use Toad here, you could also use the Blob, some of the other characters we talked about like Zemo, Basement Zemo, and that's going to be fine too. The Deathseed is very very strong against Wakanda. Doesn't matter if they are War Dogs or not, they will get destroyed either way. Characters you should focus on is, of course, the Black Panther, the original one. After you want to go after Okoye, just so she stops with the assist and so on. And look at that, the amount of bleeds that we apply to the enemies is just unbelievable. Everyone gets destroyed with those insane bleeds. Okay, so that was a Wakanda. Let's take a look at other match. Now let's take a look at the Marauders, and you can see this is massive punch-ups. This is over 200k punch-up, actually 300k. This is the thing about the videos I'm gonna show you. This is gonna be massive punch-ups, 300k punch-ups, even 400k punch-ups. Okay, so there we go. We have Deathseed with Zemo. Once again, the fact that we have this free slot and we can plug and play any character we like, it's going to be massive. So you want to start off with Disrupt on Strife, and then you want to ability block Emma Frost, and you kind of want to slow Madeline Pryor. Unfortunately got resisted. The Marauders, they have a lot of resistance on defense, especially on a 300k punch up, but there you go. So we ability block Emma Frost, we ability block Mr. Sinister. After that you want to get rid of their damage, and you want to get rid of Strife. Strife with his ultimate that applies ability block to you is very very dangerous, so you want to make sure that you are going to turn rewind Strife, make sure that he has slow, make sure that he has ability block or something like that, just to make sure that you stop him from ability blocking you. On top of that, Strife also does a lot of damage with his ultimate, and his ultimate does multiple taps. So he does the damage, he also does the ability block, and this removes the flags, this removes the evades, and it's very very dangerous for this Deathseed team. Okay, so even if Magneto would have died, we can revive him. You can revive characters outside of raids. Yes, it's massive. So whether Magneto dies, whether Psylocke dies, whether the Nemesis dies, it's not going to be a problem for you because you can bring them back with Dark Beast, and this is why I recommend Dark Beast to be your strongest character, because he is one of the most important characters, if not the most important character. Okay, so Madeline Pryor is gone, Mr. Sinister is gone. Once again we need to get rid of that Strife. Emma Frost, she has that blind, not a big deal. Magneto died. It's not going to be a problem. We could revive him. I think I used the ultimate, but once again, it's not a problem for this team because it's already over. And yeah, Deathseed very, very powerful against the Marauders. Okay, let's take a look at the Deathseed against Astonishing X-Men. This is a 400k punch up. Once again, ridiculous numbers, but it's just to show you the value of this team. And once again, you're gonna take Pyro because why not? Why not take a character that is like 3 or 4 years old and that is 100% garbage? Okay, so we pull everyone together. There you go. Everyone has blinded, so they cannot do anything to us. This is, once again, this is a 400k punch up. This is massive. Then Beast flips removes all the negative effects away. So you'd think that this would be a problem. It's not a problem at all. So Pyro applies tons and tons of bleeds for everyone. Now with Dark Beast we are going to ability block Jubilee. Beast already did his special, so it's not a big deal. His ultimate is not going to be a big deal as well, as long as Jubilee is ability blocked. And look at those bleeds, so many bleeds everywhere, and those bleeds, they are gonna hurt. Those bleeds are gonna hurt very, very bad. Okay, so Magneto is going to die. Once again, it's not gonna be a problem because we can revive him. So he died, no problem there. We are going to heal up our team with the ultimate of Nemesis. Now we are going to turn rewind Jubilee, maybe. Okay, so yeah, we are going to turn rewind her, apply disrupt to her. She dies with assist. Bishop, did you saw Bishop? Bishop got completely disintegrated with all those bleeds, and at this point, like, we already won. Let's see if I revive Magneto just for the lols. Okay, yeah, I even put on slow mode to revive Magneto. This is like, this team is super legit, and I really like Dark Beast. He's such a good character. Okay, so there we go, we revive Magneto. We are back to 4 characters. We cannot revive Pyro, unfortunately. He's not part of the Deathseed. But there we go, Magneto with the basic, and he fails. He fails to get rid of Kitty Pryde, but there you go, Dark Beast once again with his basic, finishing her off. Okay, now let's take a look at Web Warriors with Tangled Web, because why not? And this is a 500k punch up. This is just ridiculous. These are ridiculous numbers. 500k punch up. Deathseed versus the Tangled Web. In this specific situation, I was using Mystique because, as I said, Mystique is very, very strong on PvP, especially when you can control her. She's a terrible character to have on defense, to be honest, but you could use Pyro here, you could use the Blob, you could use Toad. I like Mystique because she's amazing with Magneto. She extends the buffs that Magneto have, and that's very important. Okay, but it doesn't help us to win more. If you had used Pyro, it would be fine too. Okay, so you can see there we mind controlled the Spider Weaver to make sure that the enemies would attack themselves with the mind control. Now you have Nemesis with his ultimate. Nemesis ultimate, it actually does double taps, so it's not unavoidable, but it kind of removes evades from certain characters, which is very, very cool. And the Spider Weaver is gone. She's already dead. We did so much damage to her, she's already gone. Okay, so Spider-Man 2099, he went back to the future, he got wrecked with those bleeds, and now we're going to turn rewind, or we're going to apply slow to that Ghost Spider, and it's pretty much it, like 500k punch up. This is ridiculous. These are some ridiculous numbers, and we don't even have Archangel. Where is Archangel at? Do we need Archangel? I'm not even sure if we need Archangel. So yeah, and several people are disappointed with the kit of Archangel. And when you see this, when you see that the team is so powerful without him, like, do we even need him? We'll see. But I'm so amazed with these results. Okay, now let's take a look at Black Order. This is a team that is been showing up on defense more often, and that's good, because the Black Order is a team that is very strong on defense, because when they are controlling the AI, it's not important exactly which characters they attack. Okay, so once again, this is a massive 300k punch up. and some of these characters, they just have a few yellow stars and red stars. In this specific situation, I was using the Blob. You can use Toad, you can use Pyro, you can use Mystique, it doesn't matter. Use the characters you like. I like the Blob because no one can stop the Blob, and his milkshakes bring all the girls to the yard. So there we go, we have ability block on Thanos. This will stop Thanos from using his ultimate, and look at that damage from Nemesis. Even that he has offense down, because he does health steal to the characters, that completely disintegrates the enemies. The other name of Nemesis is Holocaust, and let's be honest, yeah, this guy is completely Holocaust. He completely destroys the enemies. They get incinerated. Okay, so there we go. Thanos is already destroyed. Is there something else for us to see? No, it's not gonna really matter. We're gonna put everyone together. We're gonna remove those immunities from Ebony Maw, and now we are stuck behind the Call Obsidian. It's not gonna be a problem for us. We're gonna steal more health with the basic, with the ultimate, with the special of Nemesis. Such a good character. And no, he's not Omega Red, he's different things. Okay, so now we go with the ultimate of Psylocke, turn rewinding that Call Obsidian, just to make sure he doesn't do his ultimate. The ultimate of Call Obsidian is still very strong and can mess you up, but not the case. We completely stop that guy, and now you're gonna health drain him, and there we go. 300k punch up on the Black Order. Okay, so now let's take a look at a more serious match. You're gonna face a gigantic Young Avengers. This is a 450k punch up, 450k punch up on Young Avengers, and my Namor is Gear Tier 12, level 65. Holy holy shit. So 450k punch up versus Young Avengers, a very strong team on Alliance Wars for sure. Okay, so we are gonna start up by putting everyone together. This is not the case for every team. We're gonna take a look at the next team where this is not gonna be the case. Okay, so Namor, he starts off with 2 deflects. That's all you need for him to survive at Gear Tier 12, level 65. And after that, you want to apply ability block to Squirrel Girl, no surprise there. And then you are going to turn rewind all the enemies with Namor. Now, you can use Toad here, you can use the Blob here, you can use Mystique here, but Namor is more convenient for these massive 400k punch ups. If it's like 100k punch up, you can use the other characters. If it's not the case, then Namor, if you are just trying to do this to stroke your ego, then yeah, Namor has to be the option. Okay, so you can see tons and tons of negative effects on the enemies, but you want to make sure that you don't push way too many characters below the 50% health, just to make sure that you can get rid of that Squirrel Girl, and after Squirrel Girl is gone, like this is pretty much game over. Okay, so here I could do the special, I could do the basic, it doesn't really matter. We have to keep in mind that the special revives characters, so if you feel like one of your characters is going to die, make sure you pay attention to that. Something very important is the ultimate of Psylocke. You can use it on Squirrel Girl, but you can also use it on Echo, just to make sure that Echo doesn't apply the evades to the entire team. But once again, this is not like a must-have situation. It's depending on what you perceive to see important. Sometimes it's to do the ultimate of Psylocke, other times the special is just good enough. Also because you are removing death proofs and towns from the enemies. So there we go. Squirrel Girl is gone. Then Echo is gone. Those are the priority characters. It's Squirrel Girl, Echo, and then it doesn't matter. Then you just get whatever you can, and they will die off with the Blitz. 450k punch up. Holy, it's crazy. This team is so crazy. Okay, so now let's take a look at Deathseed versus Unlimited, and this is a very tough match. This is our first match against a Horseman of Apocalypse. We're gonna face Rogue, and this match is quite complex. It's completely different from any other match. Okay, so instead of starting with the ultimate of Magneto, we have to start with a special. And for this match, it's very important that you have Mystique. With other characters, is very hard to pull off, and usually you can only punch across. We are doing a 150k punch up, and the Gambit on the enemy team is very strong. He has 6 yellow stars, which Gambit with 6 yellow stars is very problematic. If the Gambit is smaller, then it's not going to be a big problem for you, but with such a big Gambit, is very dangerous. Okay, so we apply the Disrupt to Rogue, then you apply ability block to Dazzler. That's going to be very important. Dazzler is so annoying. I never imagined that Dazzler could be so annoying. Okay, so you can see all the turn meter that Dazzler is getting. It's crazy. She gets so much turn meter in Alliance Wars, or at least against this specific team. Okay, Sunfire with that defense down against us. This is going to be concerning, but don't get scared, because you can revive Nemesis or Magneto. It's not going to be a problem. Okay, so with the ultimate of Magneto now, you're going to put everyone together. Dazzler got wrecked because she already had all those bleeds and negative effects on her face. Then you are going to mind control Gambit, just to make sure that he takes tons and tons of damage in the face from other characters. And now we are going to finish off Rogue. She would die with the bleeds anyway. It was just to rush. And now we are going to finish off Gambit, and that's it. So this match plays completely different with the Deathseed team. So this is a team that you need to practice, you need to test out different strategies in order to see what's going to be the best method for you to win. But if you do that homework, then this Deathseed, even without Archangel, is going to open a lot of doors for you in Alliance Wars. Okay, now you're going to take a look at the last match, and this is going to be a punch down versus Darkhold. I think we need Archangel for this one, but we were still able to do it. And the options in terms of characters that you can pair up with Deathseed, there are a few of them. I use the Misty Knight just to see if the strategy would work or not. You can also use Zemo. If your Namor is big enough, you can also use Namor, but my Namor was not big enough for this. So yeah, unfortunately, only very specific characters will allow you to win against Darkhold, and it's possible. The punch down, it's kind of irrelevant because, as you can see, the Morgan Le Fay, she's pretty big. It's just other characters that are not that big, but the other characters are irrelevant anyway. If you get rid of Morgan Le Fay, then it's pretty much over. Okay, so what you want to do is to stun or ability block Morgan Le Fay on her second turn. You really don't want, if she's stunned, as you can see, she's not going to clear all the negative effects away. At least the stun will not be removed. If you do ability block, I think it removes, or you turn rewind her, and that's why you need the Namor, or you stun her, or you apply trauma to her. This is why trauma is such a problem for this team. The fact that Archangel does not apply trauma is very concerning. But if you stun Morgan Le Fay, if you turn rewind Morgan Le Fay, then you're going to be able to destroy her. Now, if your characters are a little bit bigger, then the counter attacks can also destroy Morgan Le Fay, the same way that the Underworld destroys the Darkhold. It's also possible with this team if you have them big enough. If you don't, then you have to go for a solution that revolves around turn rewinding or stunning the enemy. So there we go. All of them died off with the bleeds, they all burned off with those bleeds, and now we have Morgan Le Fay last. So there you go, Deathseed without Archangel able to defeat the Darkhold. So there you go, guys, Deathseed in Alliance Wars. Very decent performance for a raid team. Compared to the Web Warriors, this team is unbelievable, extremely strong, and I'm very happy with their performance, even without Archangel. Now, talking about teams that completely mess up with your Deathseed, we have to mention Hero Asgardians. if you are punching across or punching down, there is a chance that you can win, but it's a very messed up matchup. It's possible to win, once again, punching down, punching across against Hero Asgardians. I definitely don't recommend. It's very messed up. Other teams that can mess you up is the Infinity Watch, that early safeguard with immunity. Yeah, you have no chance there. Once again, if you are punching across, if you are punching down, thanks for the sub. In that specific situation, if you are punching down, if you are punching across, yeah, maybe you can win, but I definitely don't recommend the Deathseed against the Infinity Watch. It's very messed up it's very hard to win that specific match. Other teams, any kind of teams with Cloak and Dagger, you can win fairly easy. Teams with Eternals, you can win if you ability block Cersei. So this is a situation where you are also using Zemo, so it's another combo that you can make. Zemo ability block Cersei, then Icarus gets blinded and is not able to do the ultimate. So that's another situation where you can also win, but I don't recommend because you are wasting Zemo and you could use it elsewhere. Other situations, Secret Avengers, you can destroy them extremely easy. You can destroy Secret Avengers, no problem. Secret Avengers with Doctor Doom, you can also destroy them, no problem. So yeah, the biggest problems is definitely going to be Heroes for Hire. Of course, you cannot defeat them because you don't have trauma. Then the Hero Asgardians. Then we talked about Infinity Watch. Those are going to be the three most problematic teams. And of course, the Gamma team. If you find a Gamma team on defense, you can apply the blind to them and you can survive for a little bit, but then you don't have enough damage. I think with Archangel, there is a world where you can punch down with Deathseed on Gamma, but you really need Archangel for that offense up to try to one-shot Red Hulk. But yeah, there is a possibility there. There is a possibility there because yes, you can apply the blind to Red Hulk because he goes so much faster, and after he loses the immunity, and then you can blind him and he will fail his ultimate, which is awesome. Okay guys, so that's gonna be the video. I hope you guys enjoy it. Very excited about the performance of the Deathseed so far in Alliance Wars. In the future, we are also going to do some Cosmic Crucible attacks with the Deathseed if we have the opportunity. I think next week I'm going to face Mobile Gamer, so maybe we'll be able to showcase the Deathseed there. And if you guys want to check out my Cosmic Crucible attacks, I always do them on the live streams, and then a few days or a few weeks later I upload them on my YouTube channel. And that's all for now, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below what you think about the Deathseed even without Archangel. Are you surprised with their performance? Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments below. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to smash that like button, and if you found the video helpful, make sure to share it with your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe for more Marvel Strike Force content, and I will catch you guys later.